This is Paula, or as I call her, Abuela. Here are 2 pictures of her. She's the oldest of 8 kids, born in 1915. This is Crucita, her only sister. She's also her only sibling still alive. She currently lives in Puerto Rico. Now for her brothers. This is Juan, Miguel. Here's her brother Fernando, with her on the right. Reyes, Serene, and Manuel. What was your favorite thing about life back then? She says she'd like to grow her own vegetables. What is your favorite thing about life today? She says sewing and cooking is easier. Would you prefer to live now or back then, and why? She says now, because that life was hard. In 1932, 17-year-old Paula took a boat to New York City. She got a job as a seamstress and stayed for 5 years before going back to Puerto Rico. When you decided to move from the family home, why did you move?
Realmente en mi casa no había, yo no podía progresar en mi casa, porque éramos demasiado mucho. Éramos 8 hermanos, 10 hermanos y uno que criaban. Éramos 11 y éramos demasiado mucho. Entonces yo traté de irme a Estados Unidos para abrir camino, porque así fue que lo hice, para llevarme todos mis hermanos.
In 1937, Paula went back to Puerto Rico, but not before she married Rafael. The reason they went back to Puerto Rico is because Rafael had joined the army and was stationed there. 6 years later, they had my grandma, Edna. But soon, they got divorced, and so Paula moved back to New York because of it. In New York again, Paula raised Edna. Still working as a seamstress, Paula took on dancing. One of the people she would dance to was Tito Puente. Of course, she would dance to other people too. What were your favorite dances? She says she likes mambo and cha-cha. In 1964, her first granddaughter was born, my mom. Then in 1968, my aunt was born. 2 years later, 1970, my uncle was born. Paula, my aunt, my uncle, my grandma, and my mom all moved to Little Havana. Here, Paula still worked as a seamstress, but she worked at home. After 7 years of living in Miami, Paula moved to Puerto Rico again. Here she married her childhood sweetheart, Alex. Sadly, in 1994, Alex passed away, so she moved to Canada. Canada is the final stop on her journey so far. Here she lives with her daughter in a house not too far from mine. She sews, watches TV, and other stuff as well, of course. I'm glad I picked her for my project because without it, I wouldn't have been able to learn as much about her. As of January, she will be 100 years old. Well, I guess that's all there is about my abuela.